Yo, what's up, good people? It's your boy Mark. I'm here for another episode on Front and Center. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get everything that we're going to be doing on the channel. Especially for my newcomers, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on. But for the family that's already a part, yo, what's up? How y'all doing? It's been a minute. It's been a minute, and we can get into that another day. But I will be talking about some really good stuff today, and this one specifically is important to me just because of everything that's been going on recently for me in my personal life, but I feel like it'd be something that's impactful for you. So hope you enjoy it. This one is, by the title you can see, it's called Motivational Push. So we're gonna get in. I'm coming to some homes right now. I'm about to come into some homes, and we about to really get into the meat of some stuff that I feel like people really need to hear, because it's a time where everybody has a lot of things going on, and I mean, I think it's just something that will really help in your everyday life. So we're not going to do a quote this week. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. It's going to be more so of a phrase. It's a phrase that I want you guys to say to yourself at least for the next 7 days. And it says, I can do this. Simple. Simple. I can do this. And the reasoning behind that is specifically by the title, Motivational Push. This is specifically created to help push you, whatever you got going on, whatever goal you got set, whether it be short term or long term. This is something that's going to help push you and continue to drive you wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go in life. And I want to do that because I know how important it is not only to have like accountability partners in your life, but also to understand that sometimes when you feel like you're at your lowest, or sometimes when you feel like you don't have enough to get through where you want to go or how you want to go about it, or you don't have the energy to do it, you need that little bit of motivational push. You need that extra bit of to get you right through where you need to get to. So, guys, the first thing I want to talk about is lock in. For your motivational push, the first thing you got to do is lock in. Whatever you have set, whatever you have your mind set on to, again, short term or long term, lock in. Put away the distractions. If we're talking phones, put your screen time stuff on where you can put the downtime on your apps and shut that stuff down. I've done that and it's helped tremendously. If you have TV shows that you guys watch, set specific days for it, or cut down on the days you watch already, and use your time more wisely as far as where you want to go in your life. If it's not really benefiting you, there's some good shows out there. Don't get me wrong. I have shows I watch too, but find different times to add really good spots of time where you can use that to really get into whatever goals you got in your life, so that you can continue impacting not only the people around you, but driving and fueling yourself and that positivity that you like to do. So lock in on your goals. Don't lose track of what you have. Don't start it and then put it to the side. Really lock in on it. And this is not just for you guys. I'm really talking to myself right now. There's been a lot of times where I've let things go astray, or I might have really wanted to get into something and put it to the side. But you have to understand that we may fall, we may get into this or get into that, but at the end of the day, if you guys really want something, if I really want something for me, I have to lock in. I gotta be about everything I talk about. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I'm just out here doing whatever, or that I've just completely changed or what have you, but it's also to state that there will be times where you will fall into a period where you lose sight, I should say. You lose sight of where you wanted to go, or how you wanted to go about certain things, and that same drive that you have not necessarily the same as what it used to be. So lock in, guys. Lock in. We're all gonna lock in together. We're gonna use this as a little push, a little motivational push to lock into our goals, or to lock in whatever we have going on and get where we want to go. Second thing, separate yourself. Separate yourself. Number 2, separate yourself. The reason why I feel like this one's important is because a lot of times with our goals, I don't want to say in comparison, but just if anything, you will have people who are doing either the same thing as you, something similar as you, or are trying to outdo you, whatever it is. I don't know, but separate yourself. What makes you different from the others? We're talking, let's talk job interviews. People out there looking for a certain job, or looking for a change of pace, and what they're doing, change of scenery. You're going into these interviews, there's a bunch of people that are being interviewed for the same position. How are you going to separate yourself in that interview? What makes you a better candidate than the next person? I got some friends who bodybuild or do some trainings, and they go out and do these competitions. Separate yourself. What are you doing extra in the weight room that other people are doing? Everybody's lifting. So what are you doing a little bit extra with your sets or your training regimen or your food intake? Like what are you doing differently that is going to separate you from the next person to get that top spot? Let's talk about our athletes. Anyone athletes out there? When you're going out and going to practice, are you going in an hour early to stretch and rehab and get all these other stuff in? Are you staying a little hour later, to get extra reps in? Or are you doing an extra hour of film study? Like all those different things. Separate yourself from the pack. Separate yourself from everything so that you stand out. Because like I said, y'all, and I say this all the time, we weren't meant to fit in. We weren't meant to fit in. I know for a fact I wasn't. I'm different. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We weren't meant to fit in. Stand out. Separate yourself. Separate yourself. And guys, the last thing I want to talk about is I believe is the most important in some cases. Be still. I know. Just talked about separating ourselves. Just talked about locking in. Be still. It's the simplest one, but it's the most impactful in my opinion. When you have when you need a motivational push, sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, we talked about distractions a little bit earlier. There can be times where you get overwhelmed with the things around you, or you get overwhelmed with the tasks in front of you, or you get, you start to doubt that you can even finish what's in front of you. Be still. One of my favorite Bible verses is be still and know that I am God. Because a lot of times we go through different challenges in our life, and like I said, we get overwhelmed and we start to doubt that we can actually accomplish what we want to accomplish, and things are being done in the background. Things are being done on your behalf and for your favor and your benefit. But you got to trust that it's going to work out. You got to trust that the work that you put in is going to bear good fruit. You got to trust that everything that you've done up to this point is setting you up for that success. It's not a race. It's not that short race. It's a marathon. I want you guys to understand that sometimes it's okay to take a step back. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back, reevaluate, and get yourself together, which is another part of that. Be still. So, yes, you got to lock in. You got to be about what you're talking about. You got to really focus and hone in on what you want to do. Yes, you got to separate yourself from the pack and make yourself stand out, whatever way that is, but also be still. Understand that, there will be some stuff that's going to go on around you. There will be some stuff that may seem overwhelming, and it may be a point where you feel like you're back against the wall, but everything's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And like we talked about in the beginning, you can do this. Talk to yourself all the time, every single day for the next 7 days at least, and then keep going. I can do this. I can do this. Guys, I love you. This was a huge thing for me. Again, I told you, I need this motivational push, but I wanted to send it you guys' way too as well, because I want to push you too. So tell yourself, I can do this. And remember, if you got a goal, anything you're doing, whether it be short-term or long-term, lock in, separate yourself, and be still. Love y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me know what you think about these things and how it's helped you throughout the week, or how it's helping you right now in this season that you're in. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again.